Well, now I want to talk about the plagiarism in the academic community. To understand this topic, first we need to answer questions like, firstly, what is plagiarism? Well, plagiarism means using someone else's ideas, or for example, words, or for example, work, and pretending they are your own, without giving a proper credit. It's something like, the APA 7 edition is like the reference, the bibliography reference. So plagiarism is stealing someone's hard work because they, for example, make a work for an investigation or a paper, I don't know. And this includes, for example, copying text from books, website, or for other students, or even, for example, using someone's ideas without saying where they come from. And that's for example, the APA 7 edition. The APA 7 edition. Now, how does plagiarism happen? Plagiarism can happen in many ways in the academic community. More is more reflected in the university, because sometimes people copy and paste text for word without quotation marks or citations. It's something like related to the bibliography reference. And other times they change a few words, but the main idea keep the original is keeping. Another thing about plagiarism, or how does it happen, is that some students, for example, submit papers written by others or reuse their own piece work without telling anyone. All these are forms of plagiarism. And now, how can we avoid this practice or this malpractice? To avoid plagiarism, you need first always give a credit to the original authors. How do you make this? Uh, First, you can make citations, quotations, or marks when you copy exact works. And for the social area, I think in education, maybe you can use the APA 7 edition. You know. Uh, Moreover, when you explain ideas in your own words, you still need to say that who was the original idea. And if you are unsure, it is better to cite the source that to leave it out. It's something like that. And for last, why is honesty important in the academic community? Honesty is very important in academic because it builds, for example, a trust between students, teachers, or investigators. I think because when you do your own work, uh, give a credit to others, you show respect to their work. So plagiarism is unfair to those who work hard to make, for example, a paper or an article. It can be also lead serious consequences like, for example, failing assessments, suspension, or even expulsion from the university. I think so. Being honest helps maintain the value of education and the reputation your of yourself and also the school or the university. So, in conclusion, plagiarism is a serious problem, but you can avoid it, and keep the community honest and fair. I think that's all this part.
Collaborative work is when people work together as a team to reach a common goal. Each person shares ideas, helps others, and listens while respect Everyone has a role and works together to solve problems and finish tasks. It's about learning from each others and doing better together than alone. It helps build trust and friendships when we work as a team. We can do things faster and have more fun. It teaches us to be keen, parents, and responsible.
Well, start by explaining what you can do before the presentation. Number one, prepare the content. This means thoroughly and researching and structuring the information, as well as having visual, resource and quality images, and preparing for the road or possibility question. Number two, practice the speech. Rehearse aloud at least 3 times. Adjust the time. Timing is necessary. Number three, review additional materials if necessary. Review the materials you'll be using as an infographic or additional deliverables. Number four, have your instrument ready. Check your protector, microphone, or the other equipment. Number five, organic presentation. Get plenty of rest the day before and work on your breathing. Now during the presentation. Point number one, start with confidence. We will create a smile a little and establish a contact. We will present the topic and structure. Point number two, manage nervous and pace. We will break it slowly if we feel anxious. We will speak at a normal pace. We will use strategic pause to space ideas. Point number three, interact with the audience. We will look at different people, we will invite questions if appropriate, and we will use natural gestures with light movements.
Well, after presenting academic topic, the first thing you can do is take a moment to reflect on your performance. Evaluate how you felt during the presentation, whether you were able to convey your ideas clearly, and whether you met the objectives you set for yourself. Identify what aspects you did well, such as time management or mastery of the topic, and what elements you could improve in future presentations, such as controlling your nerves or better preparing to answer questions. It's also important to pay attention to the feedback you receive, whether from the professor, the jury, or your peers. Write down the comments and suggestions to analyze something later. If you didn't receive direct feedback, you can approach the person who evaluated your work and ask for more detailed opinion, or consult with your peers about how they perceived your presentation and content. Once the process is complete, it's a good idea to save and organize your work. Object the final document with a clear version and a backup copy, either in the cloud or an external drive. It's also good to keep the source bibliographies and any supplementary materials you used, as they may be needed later if you decide to continue your research or return to them of another project. If the work was done with others or you receive external support such as an interviews, consulting, or participation in surveys, it's a nice gesture to thank those who collaborate with you. This can be done verbally or with a brief message, and it strengthens academic and personal relationships. Finally, don't forget to take care of your well-being. If the work requires a lot of effort, allow yourself to rest and acknowledge your dedication. Celebrate what you achieved regardless of the grade, because submit is already an important step. Learning to value the process is also part of academic and personal growth. Thank you.